Hi and welcome, MOVATI. My name is Sue Winter. This is Yin Yoga. We'll be spending an hour together and starting to explore inner space and seeing what we can let go of here today. For the practice, you may want to use some blocks or bolsters, folded up blankets or towels, anything to help support you in your practice this today. So if you like, you can sit up on a block. And I invite you in. Come on in and have a seat. So come into a cross-legged position, sitting nice and tall, lengthening your spine. And just starting to notice the space that you're in. And as we practice yin today, as we start getting into our deep connective tissue, you may find that different emotions may well up. You may find that you're really mad, or you're elated, sad, whatever. So just notice that when we practice yin, because we're getting into that deep fascia, things may well up. So just notice and just let it go. All right? So as we come into our centering, legs are crossed, hips are high. Above the knees, we open up hip flexors and hamstrings. And let's just either lower our gaze or close our eyes. And just notice the space we're in, the temperature in your room. Notice the sounds, the smells. And let's move from the external landscape to our internal landscape. Starting to notice our physical body. Bring awareness to our heart space and Anahata chakra. Notice our mood, how we feel today. Bring awareness to the mind. Is your mind here and present? And as we explore our liver and gallbladder today, our meridians, it's very detoxifying organs of the body. Let's start to bring awareness to the breath. Breathe in through the nose. Let the breath travel down in front of the spine and fill the belly, letting the belly rise with breath. As we exhale, belly comes down, breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. Nice deep belly breath. Notice where your breath is coming and going. As we breathe in, noticing the belly rising. And as we breathe in new oxygen, oxygenating the organs, starting to let our blood pressure drop, lowering our heart rate. I'd like to start to expand the breath up into the rib cage and into the chest. So let's say the next breath in, we breathe into the nose, down into the belly, and then bring the breath right up into the rib cage. As you exhale, the ribs contract, the belly comes down, breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. Nice, deep belly breath. Let's do a couple more breaths just like that, bringing it into the belly and up into the ribs. And when you breathe into the ribs, I want you to think about breathing through the front, side, and back, a three-dimensional breath. Letting the ribs expand and contract with every breath. On our next breath in, I want you to fill the belly, fill the ribs, and then bring the breath right up into the chest, right up to the shoulder blades. Full body breath. As you exhale, the chest comes down, ribs contract, belly comes down. Breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. This is known as three-part breath or Durga breath. Again, belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly. Let's do 3 more breaths here, just like that, where we're really filling up each compartment and then slowly letting each compartment let go. And when you're ready, flutter the eyes open. And let's come into our first yin posture. Wide leg child's pose. So letting the knees come wide, feet together. And we're going to take the hands over to the right side. Right? And with this posture, you could use a block for your forehead or just let your head come right to the floor. I'm going to time our postures today to ensure that we don't spend more than 3 minutes or 5 minutes allotted for each posture, and so that we get even amount of time on each side. So reaching out to the right side with both arms, feeling that beautiful opening on the left side, so breathing into the left side of the ribs here. And as we breathe in yin, seeing what we can let go of. Let's come to our natural edge. Whatever the body's going to give you today. Not forcing anything, not trying to be somewhere. Just whatever your body naturally comes to. Breathe and allow. Our postures will be held between 3 and 5 minutes today. It takes about 2 minutes for the fascia to start to open up, hydrate. I like you to think of the fascia as a corset for the body. What can you let go of right here, right now? And as the fascia starts to dehydrate, as we get older, we have injury, it starts to tighten. It starts to reduce our range of motion, our strength. So as we sit and breathe and start to open up the fascia in our joints, we start to create some pliability, hydrating the fascia. So we get better range of motion, more flexibility, and strength in our joints. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Let's slowly move back to center. And we're going to switch over to the other side. Reaching out to the left this time. Keeping your hips wide. And this time breathing into the right side of the rib cage. What can you let go of right here, right now? And as we hold our postures in yin, start to manage an array of sensations which may appear. Sometimes strong, sometimes not so much. And as a sensation starts to arise, you have a choice. You can either stay and breathe to see if we can open up the space a little more to see if it'll let go. Or you can move. If you have sharp pain, you will need to move. If you're a little uncomfortable, see if you can stay and breathe. Trying to be comfortable with your uncomfortableness. It helps set us up for everyday life when we're off the mat. Where can we soften? Where can we allow just a little more? Breathe deep into the belly, ribs, lower back. Nice three-dimensional breath here. Talking about the liver and the gallbladder. Our meridian lines flow through our bodies as energetic pathways. And as we breathe and hold in yin, starting to open up those pathways so that our energy can flow to our organs, energetically enhance the organs, keeping them healthy. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Let's come back to center and slowly walk the hands in. And we'll come up on the hands and knees. Just to do a little cat and cow here. The wrists are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let the belly drop down. Take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, drop your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Belly draws in towards the spine, Uddiyana Bandha. Chin tucks in towards the chest. Chin lock. Nice deep breath in, belly drops down. Just some nice slow cat and cows here. Just mobilizing the spine, letting go. And breathe in. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And coming back to center. Let's take our right leg across in front. Left leg extends out. We're going right into swan pose. And I'd like to stay high to start. All right, so we're squaring those hips off. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. The knee and top of the foot are on the mat. Feel free to use a block here. maybe tuck in underneath the hip. Real support if you require. So staying here with the breath down into the belly. I want to talk a little bit about the liver meridian. Beginning at the big toe, it comes across the foot and comes to the inside of the ankle, runs up the inside of the leg through the groin, and comes into the liver and into the gallbladder. From there it rises and goes up through the throat and up to the eye. From the eye, it has two branches. One comes through the cheek and around the lips, and the other one goes from the eye up through the forehead to the crown of the head. So I like to think of anything for liver to where you really start to stretch the groin and the inner thighs, right? Now the gallbladder meridian starts at the eye, and it has two branches. One branch goes through the throat and down into the liver and gallbladder. The other branch comes around the side of the head, over the ear, over the shoulder, and down the side of the body, zigzags down to the hip. The other branch meets it there, so the two branches join at the hip and go down the outside of the leg, over the ankle and across the top of the foot to the fourth toe. So I'd like to think of the gallbladder when it's stimulated is the outside and into that hip area, especially here as we're in high swan, right? So stimulating that gallbladder here. Also there's some groin work here, so we're also stimulating the liver meridian. Just energetically enhancing those meridian lines, allowing the energy to flow. I like to think of the meridian lines as, and when we enhance them, as a needleless acupuncture, clearing blockages. Just letting the shoulders settle down the back here as we breathe deep into our bellies. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let's start to move ourselves downwards, staying right where we are with the legs, slowly making our way down into sleeping swan. Right, so it's really putting a little more pressure, opening those hips, getting right into that fascia. If you like, you can use a block for the forehead here, if your head can't make it down to the mat, so that you can relax through the shoulder blades. Otherwise, we'll slowly make our way down. Forehead comes to the mat. Relax the shoulders, let the hands release. Try to square the hip bones off so you're not letting one hip drop, to keep the spine nice and straight. I'd like to work with the breath here. We're going to spend some time expanding our breath. So let's breathe down into the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6, and soften the shoulders and the face, the jaw. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4.
Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Stay with this breath. Breathe in and breathe out.
And let's slowly walk the hands in. Release that leg. And sit back in child's pose. Just take a moment here in a neutral position to let go. Everything we'll do today will be very, very slow when we're moving in and out of our postures. Very snail-like, so that we keep the energy flowing and the fascia has some time to adjust to its new shape. Let's come up onto the hands and knees. This time we're going to bring the left leg across, hips square. Coming high, feel free to use that block underneath the left hip this time. And let the shoulders just draw down the back here. The knee and top of the foot are on the mat. Opening your heart center here. Working into those hips, into the gallbladder meridian. And just noticing on this side if there's any difference than the other. Working into that fascia in the hips. Just opening things up. Things get a little tightened through the hips. So this gives us an opportunity to stay and breathe and start to expand the space there, open things up. Where can we let go right here, right now? This is a juicy posture, right? You may feel this not only in the hips, but you may feel it in your lower back as well. And at any time, if your ankles get sore, maybe put a towel underneath your ankles, small rolled up towel or face cloth. Wherever you can support yourself when you may feel a lot of pain where it's just not letting you relax. Wherever you can support yourself, that can be extremely helpful so you can still stay in your posture and enjoy it and breathe through it. And I know sometimes yin isn't enjoyable. I know sometimes you get very angry, right? As you're trying to allow things to release. And that's okay. That's okay. You really get to know yourself as you explore your inner space. Nice deep breaths down into the belly, ribs, lower back. Settling in with the breath here. Just being a witness to the array of emotions, the thought patterns that go through as we practice today. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly lower ourselves down into sleeping swan. Just take your time again. Block for the forehead can be very useful. If the head can't come all the way down to the mat. Allowing the shoulders to relax. Relax the fingers. Just staying with the breath here. This time as we breathe, I'd like to expand our in-breath versus our out-breath. So let's breathe down into the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 8. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 8. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Stay with that breath. Soften and allow. Breathe in and breathe out. And let's slowly walk the hands in. Take your time here. Release that leg. And we'll come onto the hands and knees. We're going to go right into shoelace. So I'd like you to keep your left leg planted. The right leg will come in front. We're going to cross the legs. Feet come out to the side. If you need to keep the hips a little high here, feel free to do that. Come into sitting up on a block or a pillow. That can help open up through the hips here. Otherwise, come on in, find your sit bones. Let's lengthen the spine. We're going to take the left hand over to the left side of the head here, or to around to the head. The right hand will just reach down, and we're just going to come over to the right side. Now you can use a block here or a pillow to relax, or the hand can just come to the floor. I really want to just open up the left side body here through the ribs. So whatever works for you, if you want to even just have both hands behind or one hand down, it's just a nice lateral stretch here in shoelace. This is also opening through the shoulder and the armpit area. Again, working through the liver and gallbladder meridians. Gallbladder being the outside and the hips, and also the liver working into the groin, putting pressure on that groin area. So still working in through those meridian lines. Let's breathe here and allow. Where can you soften? This time I'd like to do full kumbhaka, which means we're going to hold the breath in the belly. We're going to suspend it there. So let's breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again. Let's breathe in for 4. Now hold in the breath for 6. And exhale for 4. Now if you're pregnant today, I'd like you not to suspend your breath, just breathing in and breathing out. Okay, let's breathe in for 4. And hold for 8. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Now hold in the belly for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. And out for 4. Stay with that breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly let that hand come down. Gently bring ourselves back to center. I'd like you to extend the legs out. Let the hands come in behind. Lift through the chest and open up your heart space here. Just take a nice neutral position to breathe and let go. Beautiful. Let's come back up onto the hands and knees. This time we'll bring the right leg down, the left leg will cross in front, the feet will come wide. We'll go shoelace the other side. You can sit up on a block here or onto the floor if you can find those sit bones. This time the right hand comes in behind the head. Breathe in and lengthen. As we exhale, we're just going to lean over to the left side. And just notice how this feels. If you need to come up a little bit, feel free to go there. I want you to go where it feels good for you. Maybe the block can be on that high side. It can be very, very helpful. If the body's not wanting you to go deeper today, finding your natural edge, whatever works for you. Breathe here and allow. Get your breath right into that right side of the rib cage. Create some space there. So we did full kumbhaka. This time we're going to do empty kumbhaka. Kumbhaka means suspended breath, holding breath. So empty kumbhaka means that we will exhale completely out of the belly, little suspension, then we'll breathe in. Again, if you're pregnant, you'll probably want to refrain from this breath. Just stick to your regular breathing. So let's breathe down into the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now full exhale. And breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Full exhale. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Full exhale. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Let it all go. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Full exhale. Suspend the breath, then breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Full exhale. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Full exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Remove your hand from your head and slowly make your way up back to your seated position. I'd like you to extend your legs out. Take your time extending those legs, letting the hands come in behind the hips, lifting the chest and looking up. Beautiful neutral position here. And coming back to center. We're going to open the legs into dragonfly. Now, if this is bothering your knees in any way, having problems, just put either a block under the knees, or you can put pillows under there, or a rolled up towel. That can be very, very helpful. So starting on the right side, a little twist here. Breathe in and lengthen. As we exhale, we're going to fold over the right leg here. Starting to work into the hamstrings, but also into those inner thighs, just stimulating that liver meridian up into the groin area. And just softening through the face and shoulders. Again, blocks can also be useful here. You know, if you want to just bring your arms on the block and the forehead to your hands or the block. I want you to just find a space where you can let go, right? If the body can just soften. We're going to use some beautiful expanded breath here. Breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. In for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4.
Exhale for 8. Let it go, soften. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Stay with that breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly make your way up. Again, we're going to come back to our neutral position, hands in behind, lifting the chest. Inhale, come back to center. And as we exhale, we'll float over to the left side now. Again, using blocks under this knee or a towel if you need, a little rolled up towel underneath to support it. And just coming into your space here with relaxation and intention to let go, an intention to soften. Not easy sometimes. The body wants to hold on. So just whenever you feel like you're stuck or the body's just not cooperating with you, bring your mind and awareness back to your breath. Breath being a touchstone, backbone to the yin practice. Taking some time here to explore the body with the breath, noticing any sensations or tightness where it may need some gentle care. Bringing your awareness there with all of your breath to see if we can let go. Where your attention goes, prana flows, energy. Breathe in, exhale and let it go. Inhale and slowly rise. Take your time here, coming up. Hands come in behind, lift the chest. Find your center. Gently bring your legs in. Let's come onto our hands and knees. And we're going to slowly bring ourselves into Sphinx pose. Let the legs extend out behind. Now, if your back's a little tender here, feel free to reach out, right, and extend. Otherwise, we come in with the elbows under the shoulders, spread your fingers. And I'd like you to bring your right leg out, right, opening up into the hip a little more there on the right side. And this is where we need to just breathe and soften. So breathe down into the belly, the lower back, the rib cage. Setting your eye gaze to the mat so that your neck is just an extension of the spine. We're not hyperextending the neck here. And the shoulders just drawing down the back here to support. And just noticing how you're feeling in this moment. Breath coming into the nose, down in front of the spine. Feel your belly, ribs, lower back. As you exhale, your belly comes down and breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. If at any time this particular posture with the leg to the side is giving you any pain, feel free to just let that leg lengthen in behind you. Come into a straight leg. Just listening to your body. Sometimes you just have to take a few minutes to explore that internal landscape and see where your natural edge is. And once you find your edge, as you breathe deeply, you may find a new edge. And in turn, you may find another new edge over and over again, depending what the body is willing to let go of here today. It's all good. Whatever unfolds on your mat today is all good. Coming to our mats with a kind understanding of our bodies, knowing it's all right if we need to come out of a pose, if we need to come into a neutral position for a little bit longer, that's all good. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Let that leg gently come back. So both legs are extended. We're going to move to the other leg now. So letting the left leg come out. So the knee is at a 90-degree angle. Just a nice opening of the hip there. Gallbladder meridian. Let's breathe here and allow. I'll leave you in silence with this one, so I just want you to focus on the breath and just softening and letting go.
take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Slowly let the leg extend back. And let's come all the way down, one hand on the other, forehead to hand, and just see what we can let go of here. Let your hands come beside the shoulders. Come up onto the hands and knees. We're going to roll ourselves back. I'd like to start with the feet together. Hands out to the sides, shoulder blades down and back. Just opening up through the groin area, right? The liver meridian. Inside of the legs. Relaxing the shoulders down and back, just breathing and allowing here. When you're ready, start to let the legs extend out into full Shavasana. Beautiful relaxation here. Just focusing on the breath, and as we breathe, letting the shoulders draw down and away, letting your hips get heavy. And just staying with your breath. Just staying there, lying back and enjoying your space. Breath into the nose, down in front of the spine, into your belly, letting the belly rise with breath. And as you exhale, belly comes down and breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. Breathing here with a calmness, a relaxation. Knowing that every breath in is nourishing your body. Our time here today has come to a close, but if you'd like to stay in your meditation, in your relaxation, if your body needs a little more nourishment, feel free to stay. Otherwise, gently make your way up to a seated position. Gently find your way there, and let's bring our hands into our heart center, fingers into the sternum. Thank you, MOVATI, for sharing the journey with me today. And just closing the eyes, I'd like to acknowledge the merit of your practice today to your overall well-being. as selfless selfishness. I bow my head to your practice. May you find peace in your day. May you find love. And may we treat everyone exactly as we are. Peace be with you. Namaste. Thank you, MOVATI, for sharing the time with me today. Have a wonderful day.